Howdy folks, so I'm going to go across my thinking across that creative noodle at the start and talk about different ways of playing across dominant 7th chords, okay? So we started with an A dominant 7th chord, which I played like this. Right, it's quite a jazzy way of playing it. I've got the root there, the flat 7 and the 3rd there. I'm playing it with my pick on the low E string and my fingers on the D and the G string. So this is what we call a shell voicing. A shell voicing is just the kind of the important notes in a chord, which in this case is the 1, the 3 and the flat 7. So I did a little slide and then that, okay? Then what I'm thinking is Jimi Hendrix. I'm thinking those sorts of ideas. So the first idea is just this double stop. Very Jimmy. Then this. That's very Jimmy again. Fret 4, fret 5. Hammer on pull off. And then going from the major 3rd to the 4 here. So that's just super Jimmy. Then I'm thinking, so it's like minor pentatonic, and then going from the minor 3rd to the major 3rd before coming back to the root again. So I've kind of mixed up, the Jimmy thing is really in position 2. Yeah. Then this is position 1 of A minor pentatonic, and then I'm thinking minor 3rd, major 3rd, and then back to root. So that's my thinking across that. Then after that I switched totally to minor. I ran up the minor pentatonic scale in position 1, and then I did something low, something like that. Now what am I doing there? I'm linking different positions together, so there's quite a lot going on there. So up the scale, so here I'm linking position 1 to position 2, and then up to position 3. So position 2, position 3, and then ending with that at the end. Now I can't remember 100% what I did there, but I'm just thinking about sliding from one position to the other. Position 1 to position 2, and then I'll stay around there a bit, and then slide up to position 3. So practice trying to slide between positions. And this is important because this kind of finishes it off, this minor 3rd, major 3rd thing. Like I did back there, you know, it's a really important thing at the end of these little runs and passages to try and finish them off. Then I went back to major pentatonic. Something like that. Now I talk about this on my Patreon page, okay? This is a different way of playing major pentatonic. So if you head over to the Patreon page, that will tell you exactly how I did that and how that works and how you can apply that to different dominant 7th chords all over the fretboard. It's a very cool way of approaching the major pentatonic scale. Then I'm kind of thinking very intervallically. Something like that. That typical minor 3rd to major 3rd thing and flat 5 to 5, which I do a lot. We've got that lick to start off with. So I'm just kind of playing around that area, but I'm totally aware of the intervals I'm playing. This minor 3rd to major 3rd, down to root, flat 7, back to 3, 5, 6, flat 7. then I might come down the minor pentatonic at the end. So I'm playing around a lot with this major third. So it's kind of, you can kind of think of this like minor pentatonic, yeah, but with the major third and the 6 in, and there's my major third again. So little ideas around there. Yep, so I'm basing it around this and kind of this. Flat 7. Those sorts of ideas. Now the last bit was a bit different because the last bit I was doing minor 7 flat 5 arpeggios. You might think, God, what's he talking about now? A minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio fits really well across a dominant 7th chord from the major third. So I was doing this and then this. So let's go over the arpeggio to start with, and then I'll explain why this works. So I'm going, that's the shape of it. So it's a D flat minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio. Root, flat 3, flat 5, flat 7, and back to root again. Now, if I'm playing that across this A7 chord, let's see what's happening. This is actually the major third of the A. This is the 5 of the A, okay? This is the flat 7 of the A. This is the 9 of the A. So what I'm doing is I'm actually outlining an A9 chord, all right? So if I play a minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio of the major third of a dominant 7th chord, I'm effectively playing an A9 chord in this case, right? So although it's a D minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio, it's not functioning like that because I'm playing it across an A7 chord. It's what we call superimposition. So if you want to understand all that theory, that's great, but you don't necessarily need to. All you need to know is that off the major third of any dominant 7th chord, you can play this line. And it outlines an A9 chord. Then all I did was, I went up an octave and went, and did the same thing. That's just an octave of, yeah. So that's a cool little trick. You can call it a little trick if you want. Playing minor 7 flat 5 arpeggios off the major third of dominant 7th chords. It's something I like to do. I like the sound of it. That's a good thing to play around with. The different things that I use there, I thought major pentatonic, minor pentatonic. I thought purely intervallically, and I was thinking things like minor third to major third, flat 7, root 6. So notes, and using a lot of notes that are obviously in the major pentatonic, but adding in the flat 7 as well. And then I thought about minor 7 flat 5 arpeggios. There are lots of ways of playing across dominant 7th chords. These aren't the only ways. I could do a whole bunch more of stuff, and perhaps will in the future. Other things you could, you could play the altered scale across it. You could play Phrygian dominant across it. You can play Lydian dominant across it. There's lots of other ideas, but those are some good ideas to get you started and stop you just playing minor pentatonic across the whole thing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, all super important. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. Lots of good stuff over on there, really good value for money, and catch you next time.